Welcome back, guys, to Fire Emblem Three Houses, where last episode the Battle of Gronderfield raged to its conclusion, with first Claude being defeated after his reinforcements took us by surprise, before the Empire's terrible tactics led to Dmitri once again prevailing over Edelgard, sending her packing once more. However, it was at this moment of victory that our assassin-in-waiting chose to strike, as with Dmitri injured by the first slash, Rodrigue stepped in the way of the following one, giving his life for his liege. What will be the ramifications of Dmitri suffering yet another loss?
What do you want?
Where are you going?
It doesn't concern you.
It does.
Get out of my way. No.
You're going to Empire, aren't you? Do you really think that will appease the dead?
Silence! You have no idea what you're talking about. Death is the end. No matter how much lingering regret a person has, after death, they are powerless. They cannot even wish for revenge, much less seek it out. Hatred, regret, those burdens fall on the shoulders of those who are left behind. And so I must continue down this path. I already told you as much. It is far too late to stop.
You're wrong. You can stop now. We can sort this all out.
Do not waste your breath with some nonsense about how I should move on with my life for their sake. That is merely the logic of the living. It's meaningless. Those who died with lingering regret, they will not loose their hold on me so easily. But you seem to have all the answers. So tell me, Professor. Please tell me. How do I silence their desperate pleas? How do I save them? Ever since that day 9 years ago, I have lived only to avenge the fallen. Even my time at the Officers' Academy was also that I could secure my revenge and clear away the regret of the dead. It was the only thing that kept me alive. My only reason to keep moving forward.
You must forgive yourself, obviously.
But then who or what should I live for?
Live for what you believe in.
What I believe in? Rodrigue said the same thing. But is it possible? I am a murderous monster. My hands are stained red. Could one such as I truly hope for such a life? As the sole survivor of that day, do I have the right to live for myself? Your hands are so warm. Have they always been?
Is he finally turning round? Well, I will say there was one thing missing from that scene, and I really wish actually the main characters were voice acted, because I think that whole thing would have been so much better if it was like voice acted both parts. That would have been way cool. But apart from that, Felix's father gets struck down, and Felix isn't part of the scene at all. I know they're at odds, but still, considering what happened on the battlefield right in front of him, I'd like of him to have been there, you know? Something to take place.
Part 2. Azure Moon. Harpstring Moon. The King's Triumphant Return. Following the death of Rodrigue, Dmitri begins to question his desire for revenge. His troubled mind turns to the kingdom capital and how he might end the chaos plaguing Fargus. once and for all.
You mean we're doing the right thing at last? We're marching the right way. We've gained territory. We've gained an access way to the Empire's lands, except obviously their army we cannot fight off. So shore up and regain resources, supply routes and the whatnot. Finally. We go where we're needed.
Our victory at Gronder was certainly a turning point for us. However, Rodrigue's death has been difficult to bear. We've lost considerable military strength and resources.
Well, are there no other lords we can rely on? Or is there no way to secure more soldiers, is what I say.
If we split up the soldiers currently defending the monastery, we should have sufficient numbers to invade the Empire. But even then...
Your Highness, you should be resting. Your wounds are still healing. I am well, I assure you. More importantly, may I have a moment of your time? Thank you. I wish to apologize to all of you. I have led you down this dark path with me, and have caused so much suffering along the way. I cannot tell you how sorry I am for my behavior. There is no apology I could offer that would be sufficient.
And how do you intend to make up for my father's death?
Felix, I realize words alone are not enough to repent, but I fear they are all I have.
I'm not after more empty words. I want you to speak through your actions.
I know that no amount of regret can ever bring back the lives we have lost. I know that well. It is like patching up a tear with a different material. Things can never be as they were. The best I can hope for is to make things whole again. I wish to do the right thing from now on. That is why I have made a decision. I intend to take back the kingdom capital. I wish to save our people. Those who I turned my back on for far too long. To follow my heart and do the right thing. That is the only way I can atone for my sins.
Your Highness. If we can win back Ferdinand, it will give us the advantage in our war against the Empire. As one who has served the royal family for ages, know that your words bring me great joy and pride. That said, I must point out that if we make for Ferdinand, the Emperor's head will slip further out of reach. Can you live with that?
I still hold hatred in my heart for her, and for the ones responsible for the tragedy. That I will carry with me until death. But my life is my own. It belongs to no one else, and it is high time that I started living for what I believe in. I will no longer allow the voices of the dead to bind me. This is something that I must do. No. Something that I am choosing to do. I will accomplish my aim, even if it means risking my life to do so.
Understood, Your Highness. So, any objections?
None. Count me in. Count me in.
You are correct. We cannot afford to die in vain by recklessly challenging the Empire.
I'm worried about Lady Rhea. But if this is the choice you've made, I support it.
I am at your command, Your Highness. I will follow you anywhere.
My sword is at your service, Your Highness.
I'll help too. The people in Ferdinand need us.
Fine, I'll help you, in my father's stead. But in return, you must win. You know that, don't you, Dmitri?
I do. And I swear on my father's lance that we will prevail.
Then it is decided. It seems this war council has much to discuss. Our next stop is Ferdinand, the kingdom capital, for the future of Fargus.
And now we're finally looking towards that future. What's going on Saturday? Dmitri, Wants to support with me? I want to know how he's doing. He's recovering after all. Let's go for a visit. No, what are you doing?
Sleep evades me, so I thought I'd get in some extra training. I was just about to finish. Perhaps it is the gloomy weather, but I am feeling the sting of wounds that should have healed long ago.
What wounds?
The injury I got when that girl stabbed me after the battle at Gronder. Her eyes were filled with revenge, just as mine once were.
Who was she anyway? I think you might know. Technically, he was the wrong target and you were actually the correct target.
I don't know, but I have a guess. Ah, I suppose I haven't told you about that yet.
What are you talking about?
I was attacked inside the monastery the other day. It caused quite the uproar. The ones who attacked me were some of the youths we taught swordsmanship to once upon a time.
No, are you okay?
Of course. I could capture the lot of them with my eyes closed. It seems they were raised by a group of thieves we put down 5 years ago. I heard Lady Rhea took custody of them, claiming that the children were innocent. I have taken so many lives, and with each one I face hatred. During the last 5 years especially. My life was not so different from that of a wild beast. And that young girl's brother. At some point I must have... That is why I thought it only natural that someone would retaliate someday. Because I hated. Because I stole and... because I killed. But with those children, it's different. We drew our blades with the best of intentions, only to hurt them in the end. I suppose this is yet another thing we will just have to live with.
I feel the same way.
Yes. As one who chose to fight, it is my responsibility to confront this anguish and the true nature of war, until the day my life comes to an end.
Okay, we can confront it together then.
Thank you. You know, Professor, there's something that I only recently realized. I never knew it could be so comforting to have someone standing by my side.
There are other fish in the sea. We got our good boy back. Our good boy that's a bit plagued by things, you would say, and will be for the rest of his life. But he's talking sense again. Onwards to mail! Thank you very much, BJ, for giving us up. The good boy is back. He's, you know, he's realised that fact that if you draw a weapon of any kind, sword, gun, whatever, and you point it at someone and intend to do them harm, you don't do harm to just that person standing in front of you. Not even just to the people in the immediate vicinity, as in yourself as well. It's all those connections. Take down one and you could have 5 gunning for you. Right then, well, of course people choose to rest on this day. I'm guessing there must be a percentage of people now who wanted to get round to finishing the story in some respect, so I can understand why there's that there. Dmitri, I guess we can start teaching you again maybe now? I mean, you've got your own classes, sure. Alright, Ash, I'm thinking of just giving you a knowledge gem at this point. So I can push you over to, what is it, Bow Knight? ASAP would be nice. There's no base stat gains to get, so nothing worse getting you up there. Bow range +2. Have some more horses on the battlefield would be pretty nice. Plus, his horse looks pretty spangly, I've got to say. Is Divine Pulse canonical? Obviously, yes, because it happened right at the start, but no, because of other reasons. I'd like to think that main character Byler knows not to use Divine Pulse in important storyline moments, because they just get rewritten anyway. So we'll use that as our canon reason, right? Yeah? Not really that canon, to be honest, when you think about it. What else do I need to buy, by the way? I should buy some Master Seals. Oh, there's only got one on offer. Oh, I should have really stole the one that I could have stole, actually, when I think about it. Then I forgot that I was carrying 6 items. And then I couldn't steal that sword. It was grayed out. Couldn't swap it for anything. Probably could have, and then I was just not paying attention. I didn't want to get rid of my thing after all. Oh well. If I didn't get it, I probably wouldn't use it anyway. Because let's face it, aren't I the one who just uses, like, iron swords aplenty? Iron sword does the job, we're using iron sword. Iron sword plus, even better. That's kind of how it ends up with me. Let's put it that way. It does work that way. Right, there must be more supports as well when you think about it. Because Dmitri's got everyone built up to an A-ish or some point of an A-ish. So we'll have to view them at some point. Let's do our exploration first. Even Gilbert as well. Let's go do our exploration first and then get the other stuff going after that. So would I like to explore? Yes, I blooming well would. And was there any quests? Supply run again. Caledonian crayfish and arcane crystals. So he wants it Gilbert again. And needed beautiful flowers, any type of size will do. Oh no! Oh no! I used my flowers! I gifted them! Oops. What did I last put in? 7 friendly sweets? We'll be able to harvest them then. Cabbage, peach currant, turnip, magdad, kirsch. I guess I need to plant some seeds. Let's do pale blue ones, I don't know. Green ones, they do thingy weather. Brilliant aqua flowers. Oh no! But yeah, I understand also that there might not necessarily be a scene with Rodrigue at the point of his death with Felix because the developers can't necessarily know he's alive, but that's why you just have the scene play out that you have 2 scenes. One if he's alive and one if he's not. They're not heavily hard to animate and it's not actually that many extra words to put in. So come on, for a game like this, you still expect them to do that. Or at least I do. Maybe I'm holding them to too strong of a thing. I don't know. Depends what you guys think. Is there anyone actually at the 2nd floor dormitory this time? Oh my god, there's 2 people.
I never used to care whether I lived or died. But after seeing so much death firsthand, I now realize how precious life truly is. I'm ashamed of how arrogant I was to think that death could mean so little.
I mean, I don't think you were really thinking of death meaning so little. You had your other worries with the whole beast thing. Guess it's something you couldn't necessarily contemplate at this point in time. Alright, whose room is this all the way up here? Is it Dmitri's? No, it's Felix's. Oh, he has to atone, does he?
He'll need to excel as a leader if he's to make up for my old man's death. Though if my father could see Dmitri now, he'd be glad to have made the sacrifice. Don't you dare tell anyone I said that.
He's already come to terms with his dad's death. It's interesting, isn't it? He's actually quite fine with it in some respects. His dad died being a knight and doing what he did, laid down his life for something he believed in, as he so said. I mean, obviously you would have probably liked, he probably would have liked his dad not to have died. I'm not saying that. But
I need to be speaking.
His dad did what his dad was trying to do, so
Have my gratitude.
got to live his life the way he wanted, did his duty.
The Emperor was wounded at Gronder Field. What do you think is going on in the Empire now? The Leicester Alliance has really suffered a blow as well. Who knows what will become of them? From now on, we have to pay close attention to how the rest of Fódlan is doing.
Well, Claude managed to run away and escape, so
I am very grateful to you. I could never have achieved this on my own. This is all thanks to you and Lord Rodrigue. This month, we will invade Ferdiad by way of the Fraldarius domain. Leave the negotiations with House Fraldarius to me. You make ready for the actual battle. It's a tricky business, but we are taking our first steps forward.
I didn't really do much more when I think about it, other than just being there at the right time and just letting other things happen. Like a god who knows how things will turn out.
I have a request.
I'm pretty sure I have the arcane crystal at the very least.
I have a request.
This is find some flowers. Are they maybe on the map?
Thank you very much.
Maybe I didn't actually have to do that. Right, we'll take the little renown boosts, but the arcane crystals, it probably wasn't worth it to do that. I don't know. Gotta find some flowers somewhere. Well, let's go talking as we normally do.
Edelgard, Claude, His Highness, all the house leaders from way back when, assembled again at Gronder. I wonder what their thoughts were as they headed out to the battlefield.
I mean, I better not lose. I better not die. Things like that. They were really thinking so much about what a happy reunion, then they're a bit weird.
Taking back the land of home has the most importance. That is why I am fighting. All for my land of home. Actually, there is more. I am also fighting for you. And for everyone here.
Thank you very much. And so you can take Ash back as your knight.
There's something else.
That's how it works, right?
It seems we will soon set foot in Ferdiad. I used to live there, you know, though that was before my time in the Officers' Academy.
Were you a hostage? Were you a traveler then?
That's right.
Yeah.
I was enrolled at the School of Magic there for a time. Trouble within the kingdom forced me to return to Alliance lands. There was much I had yet to learn.
You're actually supposed to be a Dark Knight in canon, aren't you, really? Looks like it. I can't get around you to Ignatz.
The battle at Gronder Field was gruesome, wasn't it? But perhaps it's irresponsible to look away. To close our eyes to the horrors of war.
I agree.
As survivors, we must ensure that all these lives were not lost in vain. We must see the tragic foundations upon which we'll build our future. May an age of peace rise from the ashes, so that all this sacrifice means something.
Well, that battlefield would have been way more bloody if I hadn't recruited pretty much everyone. Striking down old students, old faces left, right and centre. I mean, we got rid of that in the previous chapter. We got the ingrate got rid of, after all.
What of there's a school of sorcery in Ferdiad, which is staffed by the top minds of magical research. The study of crests and sorcery should not be separate. I've often thought I should pay them a visit someday. I never imagined I might end up invading the place with an army, though. Not how I imagined it at all.
Well, we weren't expecting our whole land to be taken over by other people, to be fair.
There are stories of heroes' relics 1,000 years ago, of which we have no real evidence today. So many, in fact, that I'm led to wonder if those relics are nothing more than legends. Especially since we know of relics like those passed down in the families of the 10 Fódlan elites.
They'll be somewhere. And you never know, they might show up in future DLC, etc. as well. I wanted that sword. It has my name on it. Oh, Manuela, what's going on over here? We can go get 200 men now.
Fighting with 3 different groups in the mix was as confusing as it was difficult to survive. Enemies and allies dying, one on top of the other. What an absolute mess, huh? If only I had my infirmary out in Gronder. Maybe I could have saved a few more lives.
Somehow I doubt it. We did have orders to kill them all after all. But that battle as well was interesting. If you had to examine the tactics of the two, of Edelgard, who had like demonic beasts, etc., and already had most of the field alone, and of course Claude. Claude definitely had the better strategy. I mean, having those reserve units come in from basically flanking behind us and surrounding us was actually a really good thing, if like a good plan. Reserves to come in at the right time and maybe shake up the battlefield. Meanwhile, on Edelgard's side, she just had disarray. She had the field. She had like demonic beasts, which are more of a handful than just normal soldiers in general. And then like Hubert and guys just went, yeah, we're just going off now. Like, let's just split our army's power in half. Just get into a big melee. Like, what are you, dumb?
If we're headed to the kingdom capital, that means we're further away from rescuing Lady Rhea. But it can't be helped, can it? Perhaps some people will question this decision, but I trust your judgment. Lady Rhea would want us to help in Ferdiad. She'd scold us if we rescued her and left innocent people suffering.
That said, it's a lot easier to pull this stuff with the lives of your men if you can just teleport away at the end of it. No harm, no foul, right?
It seems we are headed for the kingdom capital this month. The Church of Seros stands ready to lend its aid to you and Dmitri. It may be a roundabout route, but I believe this path will still eventually take us to Rhea. Besides, saving the people of Fargus is just what she would want us to do.
I mean, of course it's gonna... It's not much of a roundabout route. She'd want us to be done. It will, of course, lead us to her no matter what, because no matter what, we've still got to deal with a certain someone. So don't worry about that. Don't worry about my decision here. This is a decision we should have made at the start for so many tactical reasons.
Ferdiad, huh? I've always wanted to go there. But I'd rather be visiting for fun and during a warmer season. And going into battle? Not exactly an appealing prospect. Hey, I'm just teasing. I'll do what I can to help. I'm just so relieved that Dmitri is his old self again.
Everyone is. Back to his kind and gentle self. Except not so kind in general. More like determined. Focused now. Not tortured and plagued. But still, you know, in the ways that you would be at war. He's allowed his kindness to come through again. But there's still that grit that should surely be there. Right, if someone is having trouble falling asleep, you can sing them a lullaby, but you can't really do that for yourself. Is there anything you can do to help yourself fall asleep? You exercise before bed, that's sure to tire you out. Yeah, find another sleepy person and sing to each other. It helps if the air is thinner, try climbing a mountain. No, we'll go with that. The exercise first. Dorothea. She can't sing herself to sleep.
Yes.
She's not good at multitasking. Hi, Dorothea.
So many people died in the battle at Gronder. And here we are. Preparing for the next battle, as if nothing happened the day before. It's almost easier to think about war as theater, with the stage an entire continent.
Except you, yeah, actors die, though actors die, the show goes on. Now, it really doesn't seem like theater to me. I mean, technically they call like a war area theater, but still. You can't just pack up and go home at the end and everyone stands up again.
Something like that. If an accident happens on stage, the next day's performance must be unaffected. Everyone just pretends like everything is fine, focusing on their role in the play.
Well, it's the great divine comedy that's being played out for us, really.
Yes.
Yes.
What?
What? Hi, Flame.
Standing face to face with those whom I went to school with. On the field of battle. How inhuman war is. How horrifying. My heart feels shattered. It is my hope that this war marks the end of such foolish behavior.
The problem is, war begets more war. It's that endless, horrible cycle.
Need something?
Do we have any renown to spend? Yes, we can. We can get bow skills +2.
One? You're all set.
I don't think I'm actually ever going to afford an experience plus, to be honest.
See you again soon.
But if I can get what I can get, I'll be happy with it. I'm trying to build up for it. Oh, there is a shiny. We can pick up the flowers. The flowers on the map. The flowers on the map. Today's the Quiet Festival, by the way. Everyone really wants my attention, don't they? The flowers are on the map.
Really?
Really?
Anyway, I was born and raised in Fargus, but I've never actually been to Ferdiad. Do you think it'll still be cold at this time of year? I can't even imagine.
Oh, well, we should prepare for the cold then.
You're right. It's an important battle, so let's make sure we're ready for anything.
I guess asking someone would have been a better result for me to say. Just get ready for it. It's all good. It's not a bad idea to be prepared for both things. Technically, asking certain someone would really be easy. Hi, person who lived there, e.g. most of my house.
Guess what I noticed? I can see further than most other people can see. But I can't figure the point of seeing further than an arrow can fly, since I can't shoot what I see.
Okay, you could detect enemy movements in advance, you know.
I suppose I could see a whole horde of enemies coming and run away. That's kind of useful, at least. Thanks, Professor. I think I get it now. I'm gonna put my eyes to real good use.
I wasn't saying necessarily about the runaway, it's more like scouting for information, thank you. Right, we've got Traveler 1,012,000, Traveler Shady. We're selling a Bernadetta hammer. Have you got an armor knight one? Or Brave Sword could be pretty good, to be honest, to pick up as well. We've just got a whole host of Brave weapons put on the end. Brave Axe. I mean, I've got the money for it now, that's the thing. And Mithril. Oh yeah, I better call back my person, because I never actually sent them with anything in the end, did I? I made a little bit in hiring revenue. I'm going to send Annette as a traveller. And I'm going to give her the ridiculous fish that actually did sell for stupid money. Because I've got another one. Someone bought it, or maybe it just says there are buys after a bit. Off you go, Annette. Right, Annette is going to hopefully net me some more super duperly really good cash. Let's go for our 4-person recon then. Is there no one right here? No, there isn't for once. Again, how dare they? How dare they?
Okay.
Okay.
Definitely.
Yeah. Right, someone's over here? No. Someone was right in front. I just kept going. And NDS, no problem. Say. Now, someone's round this way. Actually, no, didn't say getting close then or anything. Oh no, it's actually.
Let me see.
Let's travel a sneaky. Half the time left. Oh, this person looks like it could be a spot bobber. I think there they are here. Thank goodness you're on this side. I have no clue where the last one is. Haven't seen the hint appear. Little girl's blocking my way. She doesn't want me to get it. We're gonna fail. We're gonna fail. Oh my god, where is this person? It's a failure!
Professor?
I wish it tells me where they hid them in the end. Must have been right back up the top, either near the graveyards. Someone actually hid one properly. That's fine. I got some turnips. That's what I was after, right? Gotta get your turnip. I'll buy your brave sword. I'll also buy that brave axe, thank you. Call it for the future. To do with a brave axe would be pretty tasty, right? That's another way to guarantee that doubling.
That's right.
That's right, Casper.
Can you believe it, Professor? Dmitri actually apologized to me. Remember that awful business between him and my Uncle Randolph? He just came by and said he was sorry for all that. That was behind us as far as I was concerned. But even so, it seems like he's changed for the better.
I mean, he's gone back to normal. It's not necessarily changed for the better. He was a gentle soul. A gentle but determined soul. Advanced axe tournamenting. We could go with to do. But maybe he's not fast enough to beat people, remember? But the dude's here, so I've got to go, right? I don't even want the reward. I forgot one up.
Weak.
'93 hit and I missed.
I'll cut a path for His Highness.
If we have any issues, it's going to be that he misses. Sylvain would have been a better choice. Don't get me wrong, I know I'm just going with my best bird still.
Pathetic.
Dude, you need to train that horse better. If it keeps like veering up every time you want to go to an attack, so you have to put your axe away, that's not exactly great. 44k in cash, by the way. Yeah, and my hit rate's going down now.
Pathetic. Luck wasn't with you.
Nothing about luck. They legitimately can't kill you. 15 damage, 91 hit now. Actually, it takes 4 attack rounds to kill him, and I think 4 attack rounds is all we're given, right? So if I miss an attack, I can't win. Interesting. And we missed a 93, so the likelihood that we can miss a 91 isn't ridiculously unlikely, right?
More proof of my loyalty.
Could we get timed out again here? Alright, we hit for 20 this time, so we're going to need to hit 3 hits on an 89. This guy doubles! And hits for 8! And has a 1% crit chance. Alright, if he crits, I'm dead. Okay, we gotta hit this one then. Phew, we won.
More proof of my loyalty.
Those high percentage misses, man. And we got a silver axe plus. Maybe the dude wants to have that. Those misses. Whew. That's Fire Emblem, right? Look at the cat meeting we've got over here. Wonder what they're talking about. I was thinking a future patch, a future DLC, you can stroke not 1, not 2, but all 3 of those kitty cats. Think about it. Was that worth buying a DLC? I'm sure there'll be some people who'll be like, hell yeah.
It's always so peaceful coming back here. But it's hard to relax knowing we have to go out on another expedition again so soon. And now we're headed to the kingdom? That sounds hard. Oh, really hard, don't you think?
Yeah, we'll be fine.
Of course you'd say that. Why'd I even ask?
Well, for starters, you're not even at the front line, so... I mean, we take you along, but we put you in a position of not getting hit. So stop complaining.
I'm relieved the prince seems to have finally come to his senses. Though it's a real shame that Lord Rodrigue passed away. It really is. But now, I think we're starting to see a sliver of hope for the future of Fódlan.
Alright, so where do I want to go with everyone now? We're just talking, of course.
Okay.
Getting around to talk to everyone. It's a bit of a job. We need to boost everyone's motivation up as well, don't we? I think we do. Must have already done that.
The fish in this pond get fed every day, so they're swimming all lazy and serene. But the only reason they're kept here is so that they can one day be used for food. But the fish don't know that, so they just swim around happily. It's a bit of a miserable thought. But aren't soldiers much the same?
I guess. Why does it look... I'm sorry, I was looking at her bra area. this time. Because I was kind of going, aren't they like the... It looks like she's just jammed them into what you'd consider to be like those paper cup holders. Where you put like 4 cups in them, like a thing. To me. You know what I mean? Like a takeout, fast food joint. I don't know. Obviously, I'm the bad man. We've got the gladiolus, though. Flowers are colourful, but the leaves are sharp as blades. Flowers used as an offering for those who died in war. I don't know, it just looked like it had that kind of, like, cardboard mache kind of texture to it, to me.
Professor?
No, where is... You're invisible now.
Greetings, Professor. Nothing to report. Fyrdiad is a city with a long history that goes back to before Fargus gained its independence. I'd like to visit that place at least once before I die, but I'm afraid I have my own work to attend to. It's hard being so dedicated. Ah well, I'll go there for some leisurely sightseeing once Fódlan knows peace.
Yes, I know my brain is weird and I think up the weirdest things. You don't need to tell me that.
Hello there.
By the way, I better buy
This one, yes?
all of this. Oh wait, I'm actually... You're kidding me.
This one, yes?
I'm actually maxed out
this
on
one,
stock.
Yes? I think this one, yes? I think this
For
one,
some
yes?
of my fishing stuff.
I think this
Unreal.
One, yes? I thank you.
I've just not been using it. I actually am going to buy the gifts
This one,
again.
yes?
Because in the
I
future
think
they will
this
hopefully
one,
get
yes?
me
I
to
think this one, yes? I think
max
this
support
one, yes?
with everyone.
I think this one, yes? I think this one, yes?
So we're taking up buying this stuff again. Mainly
think
because
this one,
I have
yes?
so much
I
cash.
think this one, yes? I think
After buying from that vendor, I'm still above
Return soon,
40,000
please.
thanks to the bandit battle.
Hey, welcome. You have a good eye. A pleasure doing
Hello.
business with you.
Look at this guy, and it just always gets me. Like, look at the guy and then the voice. It just doesn't fit. It should be like an old man, right?
You have a good eye. A pleasure doing. Come again.
And then maybe like it could be like this guy's voice, because this guy's voice is.
Hello. Tell your friends. Hello. Tell your friends.
I think this guy's voice should be transplanted to this guy, and then this guy's voice may be transplanted to this guy because we can't see his face. Maybe.
Hey, welcome.
That's what I do anyway.
You have a good eye. A plate. You have a good eye. You have a good eye. You have a good eye. A plate.
Voices got mixed up with the models.
You have a good eye. You have a good. A plate. You have a good eye. You have a good eye. A pleasure to come again.
Either way, I'd give this guy a voice that was more sinister, because he's a dark merchant.
Hello.
Hello. He's so pleasant. I guess that's the thing, right? You just don't know
Will
what's
this one do?
what's,
It's all will
what's
this
behind the
one,
mask.
It's all will this one. 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 It's all will this one.
Right,
It's all
hopefully
yours.
that's enough to get me the A supports that I need. Is there anything else I can sell here? Well, I could sell another Fódlan.
Will this one do? It's all yours.
Sell a platinum fish here.
It's all yours. Take it.
I need to sell bullions
Tell
that
your
I've got as
friends.
well, but I've got cash.
Welcome.
I've got cash. Anything else you sell here? Just another black pearl for some charm?
Is that
You know what?
the one?
I could buy another
Thanks a
master
bunch.
seal, considering what's going on there.
Come back soon.
Right, to you.
Hey there.
Right, I really want the upgrade for this because, like, 5 more uses, 2 MT and 10 crit is damn good. There's a lot of, like, some of this stuff that can be upgraded at this point is just far beyond what we previously had. Like, if a Brave Lance gets upgraded, it goes up in MT, it goes up in hit, and it gains 10 charges, which is silly. It's silly good. So some of these get ridiculous stuff, like the hammer, 5 charges, 20 hit. I probably should just upgrade this anyway.
Is this it? There you go.
Rest of that makes another Iron Axe. You need the Brave Axe on, don't
Come
you?
back anytime.
Let's sort that out for you then, a little bit to do. Now, items. Store. give you that brave axe I just bought. Thank you very much.
Hey there.
Brave axes are so good. I mean, I could do Silver Sword Plus here. But equally... Oh, by the way, what's the weight of an Iron Axe versus the weight of a Silver Axe?
Come back anytime.
Because we just got that Silver Axe Plus as well. So an Iron Axe. Alright, Silver Axe's weight is 10. And Iron Axe's weight is 7, so... Bit more weight, that's for sure. Oh, did I just store his axe? That's not clever. Where the Iron Axe pluses end up? I give him a bolt axe, hand axe. So he's got so many things that would be so good to have on. Steel Axe Plus is 12 weight. Silver Axe Plus is 10 weight. Shall I just give him that now because it's big whacking hit? It's got the Brave Axe too in case we need a double. Can't use that currently, so I could just give him the Iron Axe for now. Or actually... Well, he's got the bow for range, so he doesn't really need that. Let's give him the Iron Axe Plus back then. Works out for me. Anything else I need to forge? Or repair, one of the two. Still got a fair few charges on that left. See, no one ever gets low enough for me to justify forging them up. To get the repairs up done too. Because, like, Gradivus can be upgraded too. Maybe. Lots of this stuff is just waiting for me to just... I want to hit it. You know, I really want to go like, yeah! Do it. 100 hit, 5 crit. Killer bow goes up by 1 MT and 10 crit. Get all the good stuff, man.
Is this it?
Go on.
There you go.
Have an Armor Slayer Plus. In the meantime, I think I will take this.
Is this it?
Because I just want it so badly.
Come back anytime.
Stats on it are ridiculously good. I want bad. Right.
Welcome.
No one's randomly carrying anything they shouldn't be. Vulnerary's fine. It's cash money I don't want you carrying. Bullion there.
This one? Thank you.
Accidentally sell the Freikrugel. Okay, good. Oh no, one sell from convoy because we should have some more gold in there. Look at all these items.
This one?
So I'm at 30k gold.
Thank you. Please come again.
It's not pouring anyway. Nope, discarded the pond snail because the storehouse was full. What a fool I am! Not to realize my storehouse was full.
If you manage to take back Ferdiad, it'll make it a bit easier for us to do business. Taxes in the Fargus Dukedom are ridiculously high. Makes it hard to even think about trading. That Cornelia woman. What does she use that ample tax money for anyway? From the Empire's perspective, I suppose it makes sense to squeeze the former kingdom territories for all they're worth. But if they throw those territories into total ruin, doesn't that defeat the purpose of conquering them?
She probably maintains a gigantic army of naked man slaves.
Hello there.
Becoming the typical, the somewhat typical, despotic...
This one, yes?
Female bad guy.
I thank you. Return soon, please.
I think that's one of the archetypes that ends up happening when a woman is in charge, weirdly. Always has to be, like, sexual, doesn't it? Alright, what are you guys talking about?
I agree that we should head for Ferdiad, but let's not forget our search for Lady Rhea. The soldiers from the church are going to set up a base at the Great Bridge of Murden. They'll be able to keep up the search while we head for the kingdom capital.
Sure thing.
The kingdom capital. It's been way too long since I was there last. Oh, Professor, I didn't mean... it's not that I'm looking forward to it or anything.
No, this isn't a vacation. Well, you don't have to hide it, it's fine.
Please don't tease me like that. It's just, when I think of us finally saving everyone in Ferdiad, it makes me a little happy. Okay, maybe a lot happy. The kingdom capital is under the tight control of Cornelia, who was ennobled by the Empire. Judging by what we heard from Lord Rodrigue, it sounds like she's a tyrant. But all of that ends soon.
Let's get there quickly.
Let's sort this out. I'm excited to go as well. I'm glad we're doing the right thing.
Up until a few decades ago, Ferdiad was a disorderly city. Even the water supply was poorly constructed. As such, it was a hotbed of sickness and disease. The late king hired a researcher named Cornelia, who advised that he give top priority to improving the city's infrastructure. In the space of just a few years, the city was transformed into a place of beauty and order. At the same time, the diseases that had plagued our land loosened their grip, one after another. It was miraculous.
So she's intelligent then. Kingdom of Fargus seems to have been really in bad states for a period of time then, doesn't it? You're still eating?
You know when you work your muscles and they start screaming? That means you gotta be nice to them. If your muscles are hungry, you gotta feed them. And let them rest when they're tired.
You are the authority on muscles. Oh, you can tell how your muscles are feeling.
Of course. If my muscles hurt, then I hurt. If they're hungry, well then I'm hungry too. What's with the confused face, Professor? You look like you don't get a word I'm saying.
I get you. You don't want those DOMs after all. Right, how far away are we from supporting you? Well, I know the things you like. You like muscles and food.
What's with the
It's really easy to, like, gift you in that sense. That'll be good enough.
Is this for me?
Yeah, there we go. Then you're like, check every time. Is there support? No.
What's with the
This is what I ended up doing when I was raising the supports. Was like, going, what do you actually like? La 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 la.
Is this for me?
Yep, you like that. And then always checking, seeing, has the support pop yet? Because you don't want to use too many of your stuff. And then you go, what else do you like? Muscles. Oh, we didn't have any of them? Oh, we did. There we go.
Is this for me?
3 things he likes. And then you go, no.
What's with the...
I mean, technically, depends how our food is going and our motivations go at the moment. We need to, of course, get our traditional defense buff. Let's put it that way. We can do HP and strength with the Maggot Kirsch that we just got, to be honest. But you know what I love. Tutates.
I have some experience with cooking. I'm sure I can aid you in the kitchen.
We need more support, you and I.
How the meal tastes affects the morale of the...
We know. Just be happy about it.
Oh.
We try to get our support with you, we do. One day I'll proc it. So I'm at B with him. He could be Est as well. Okay, whose motivation is up? So Tadu's and Dmitri's is. Mercedes is, so we need to get at least 4 or 5 meals down us. Six meals. That's not too bad. What's today's special? Let's see if Ash and Annette are fully done by the look of it. So Ash, Bernie. Can you not support with Bernie? What is this blasphemy? Who can Bernie support with then? Not really that many other people from our group. Sad times.
This looks delicious.
Ooh, this is my favorite. You've got great taste.
You'd think after 5 years, your former students would have learned to feed themselves regularly? I've got to feed them. I've got to build up their beautiful motivation, you know. That's how it works. Right, Sylvain. Oh, that's using Noah fruit, isn't it? Do I want to use Noah fruit, you know? Go on, you can have a treat. Sylvain and Annette, maybe? I don't know how far they are with their own sports together.
Yeah, you just get it, Professor.
This is my favorite.
Standard text.
I love this stuff. Did you know that?
I think in the in-between, between like the last session and this session, by the way, I did Ingrid and Sylvain together, and I think they have unique dialogue together. Forgot about that until just now. So we need something that Felix and Ingrid both like. Which we also have a ton of ingredients for. That's my goal anyway. There we go.
That looks appetizing.
You can never skip too much, just in case they might say something.
I appreciate any good meal, but nothing beats enjoying my favorite food.
And the real problem was, is I think I just straight skipped it, and then I went, oh, there was unique dialogue. I just went bam because I was just doing people fast to get ready for the stream and all that, and I was like, ah, wait.
Say, I've come to deliver vegetables we harvested in the village to the monastery's dining hall. Because of the season, I couldn't really pick that much, but I wanted to help you guys out, even just a little bit. We're busily planting seeds, so when things start to grow, I'll be back.
I'll bring some, like, Noah fruit and Magda Kirsch. They're rare. That'd be nice. I can't remember what makes the Noah fruit anymore. I got some Leicester Cornier, Admiran Pine Needles. I'm sure there was a second one there. Yeah, there we go. Vulnerary just hanging about. I feel like Bowser and that are slacking now, aren't they?
No.
Bowser, Fox, and Link. No, I think they are. They're not pumping out the goods anymore. I'm very upset. I need to hurry up with this.
So we're turning around and heading for the kingdom capital? Ridiculous. Tell him to cease this nonsense. Isn't there a saying in Fódlan? Something about those with power knowing how to use it? If he's not careful, the goddess will send her saints to smite him. Not that I believe that.
Okay, you were wanting to stay on task and on mission then, I guess. It's making the right choice for the future of doing what we need to be done.
After that great battle earlier, the balance of power in Fódlan has shifted greatly. To get revenge for all our fallen friends, we'll have to stake our lives on the fight that lies before us.
Could they make the top of that flat helmet, by the way, a little bit concave, isn't it? I can't remember.
Hello.
Just a little bit, like, dented inwards. So, like, if it rains, they can get a little bit of water up there. And then maybe they could, like, birds could use it as a bird bath or something. I don't know.
Hello there, baby.
Slay your enemies, feed your friends. Best armor.
I don't feel like I can just forget all the awful stuff he's done. But if His Highness is owning up to his past and trying to move forward, I figure I can give him that chance. We've been friends since we were kids. I'm gonna be there for him all the way to the end.
I'm glad you will be. Well, speaking of the not so much devil anymore.
I really caused trouble for you, didn't I? I am so sorry, truly. I am also eternally grateful to you. Now, it's time to go to the kingdom capital. I hope that you will lend me your strength once again.
Well, naughty boy, all I want to know is, are you coming back to class?
How is this? Everyone is saying His Highness is back to his old self, but I do not think that is accurate. What he was until recently is what he had been for as long as I've known him. So tortured by his compassion for the fallen that it had driven him mad. He has always been too kind to be king. He has always felt too much for the weak and the dead. That is exactly why I look up to him.
Tadu has a very nice outlook on that. It's another angle of looking at, isn't it?
Dmitri's completely changed. Or maybe I should say he's finally back to normal. Either way, I'm glad he's come around to the idea of retaking Ferdiad. With our current troops, there's no way we could handle the Imperial capital. We wouldn't even get past Fort Mercius.
I was going to say, this is why Tadu's obviously like... He's a philosopher in a big burly body. So much brains up there to go with that brawn. So much emotional intelligence.
I can still hardly believe we managed to win against numbers like that. Oh, unless the real me is lying dead in Gronder and this is all just a happy dream.
In your happy dream, you come to a graveyard, do you?
We buried Lord Rodrigue's body ourselves. There wasn't time to do things properly. It pains me that I was unable to take him home to his territory. Once this war is over, I'd like to hold a proper funeral for him. For now, we need to focus on taking back Ferdiad. All will be well eventually. I know we can win.
I imagine there'd be some form of state funeral for him. You didn't bury him then, though. Daddy lived for over 100 years. Well, we talked to everyone in the academy now.
We buried Lord Rock there.
Now it's time to use our last 5 points. So I should probably use them on people to also gain a little bit of support at this point in time. So that would be well, I really should focus on upgrading myself rather than support. But if I did, for example, like Manuela's at an A, Hanneman's at an A, so he doesn't need to be done. If I did Gilbert, Eloise, and Catherine, I wonder if they could even teach me anymore. And Raphael, that'd be a small bit of support towards their stuff, and then 1 extra. That might not be a bad idea. It just gets me a little bit more along the where I need to be, really. I want to get those last supports, so really I should be doing spells. I could just chuck a load of stuff at them after all. I'm gonna get back that flower, haven't I?
I need to be speaking.
Gilbert!
Have my grant. This month, we will leave the negotiations. Is it tricky?
Yep, you've told us this. Now we just need to give you the flowers. There we go.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
And that's the job done. We got another training weight, so we can give that to Raphael as well. That's good cavalry have been added to our group. What is it you actually like? I know what Eloise likes.
This month, leave. Is it tricky?
Eloise!
The Emperor, the Lester, from now on, we...
You very much like that, at the very least.
Wow!
You like wood carving stuff, don't you?
This month, leave the... Is it tricky?
See, I am remembering small bits out of them. Small little bits. Where's the wood carving? Or was that only for the lost stuff? Damn, it was. I'll deal with you in an interim. It's fine by me, so that's done.
This month, leave the... Is it tricky?
Shall I just do the drill with them? I mean, I'm D in several things here. I could get a D+ in armored. Well, I got a great in spears. That didn't push me over the edge, though.
The Emperor, the left from now.
It's weird to get support this way. We've got a D+ in brawling. I don't know. Supposedly, I'm really good at brawling, which is just bizarre to me. This is my plus stat. Oh, okay.
There's something else.
Professor,
Guessing Catherine can only really teach me swords, but at this point, isn't my swords better than her swords? No, it's not. She could teach me brawling as well. Why not just go to a C in it? Yeah, I'm just getting random little extra bits of support. Why not?
It seems we're... Besides...
Feels like such a waste, though. Oh, authority? Beautiful. And a great too. And where's a caster for me? Where's one of my super casters? Lasephia's in a room. Let's get training from Lasefia.
What's with...
His face didn't appear. You have a training weight.
Is this for...
I am trying to build you guys up. At least he's like really obvious with the gifting. Can't really go wrong, can you?
Now.
can only teach me reason, can you? Thank you very much, PJ, for gifting yet another 2 subs as our week comes to an end, or our exploration session comes to an end. We'll be back, though, you know we will.